Hello there. My name is Jody Friedman. I am your child's AP Chemistry teacher for the school year 2021-2022. I'm sorry that we're not meeting in person. I was hoping we would this year, but you get a video of me instead. So exciting. My email is on the screen there. That's the best way to get a hold of me. I mean, you can leave a voicemail, but I don't get one of those little blinking lights on my phone when I have a voicemail. So I might forget to check, but email I check all the time. So if you need to get a hold of me, email is your best bet. All right, here we go. Nope, that's not what I was supposed to do. Let's try that. Okay, background information on me. Alrighty, I have a Bachelor of Science from the University of Michigan. Go Blue. I have a Master's in Science Education from Teachers College. And I have a Master's in Educational Leadership from Ramapo College. I've been teaching for 30 years. This is year number 31. 16 years at Summit High School. This is year number 17. I have 21 years of experience teaching AP Chemistry, so 16 years here at Summit High School and 5 years at my previous job. I am a resident of Summit, just like you, and I know many of you know that. I have 4 kids. There they are. But I'm down to only one kid in the district. My youngest is in 8th grade at Lawton C. Johnson Summit Middle School, and then I have 2 in college and 1 out of college. There you go, keeping busy. Okay. In terms of instructional resources, the textbook looks like this. I hope you've seen it and seen your students using it all the time, as I do assign homework in it virtually every single night. Here's our Google Classroom. In theory, I'm going to click on this link and it's going to show you Google Classroom. Look at that. It's actually opening. Well, wonders never cease. Okay. So this is what a Google Classroom looks like. This is what I think the students would see the same thing pretty much, other than the ability to sort of manipulate it. You go away. This page shows you by chapter all of the assignments, when they're due and everything. If you click on one of them, like this is the lab format, if you click on this, it would open up for you and you could see, oh yeah, I forgot what the parts of a AP Chem lab report are, and there they all are listed for you. So that is Google Classroom, and that's where I update every single day. You can, if you want, request to have access to it as a parent or guardian. If you go through the office, I believe they can tell you how to do that, because I'm not really sure, but you can do that. Okay, moving on. So most of the time, I spend most of the period covering new material. The AP Chemistry curriculum is long. Most of the students in the room have not had any chemistry since they looked at it a little bit in middle school. It's traditionally taught as a second-year course, but not here at Summit High School, so we move pretty quickly. There may be times when students have to learn topics on their own. I try to make podcasts if it's something I can't get to in class, to avoid that if possible. But the timing is very tight to complete the required content. We have lab once every 4 days. We have a lab period over lunch, so that's on C days, but the way the schedule rotates, that's not a specific day of the week. And on those days, we take half of lunch in addition to our period, and we have an hour-and-a-half block in order to complete a lab. Speaking of labs, we do a new lab almost every single week. They should be recording all their lab data in the lab notebook that you thoughtfully purchased for them. Thank you. So we have completed lab number 1 on measurement and standard deviation. The students have written it up and submitted it, not yet graded. Number 2, gravimetric analysis. We have done the lab and they are working on the calculations. It is not yet due. And number 3, lab on mole ratios, is the lab that we are doing this week. So that's where we are in labs. And next week, we have a very fun chemical reactions lab that they will enjoy. Okay, great. So the grading is point-based. So literally, Genesis just adds up the total points your child earned, divided by the total possible, multiply by 100 to make it a percent, and that is your child's grade. Roughly, tests and quizzes about 70%, labs about 20%, homework about 10%, maybe 5 to 10%. It's probably not really 10% all the time. I check homework kind of randomly, so it's not that much. So I do assign homework every single night. I check it when I have time. So it might be once a week, it might be twice a week, it might be 2 days in a row, I might skip it a week and a half. They just have to, they should be doing the homework because that's how you learn the material. And I'm just checking it to basically give them a gift of a few points. I give tests every 3 to 4 chapters. So we have not had a test yet. Pop quizzes pop up once a week, and I will drop the lowest each quarter. Let me say this, that there's a period of adjustment at the beginning of the course as students get used to the pace and the difficulty of the material and the pop quizzes. I don't want you to panic if your child got some lousy grades on one or both of the first quizzes that we've had. So It's not unusual to take a little while to sort of figure out, like, what do they need to do to be successful, to start coming in to see me if they're having trouble, asking questions. So if they've gotten some low grades, it doesn't mean that they don't belong in the course. It doesn't mean they're not smart. They're all smart, or they wouldn't be sitting in this room. It just might mean that they're kind of still figuring out what they need to do. And if they haven't figured it out, then they should come see me and I'll help them figure out what they need to do so that they can be successful. But do not panic if the beginning has been a little bit rocky. That is perfectly normal. Things they need for class: a notebook of some sort, a writing implement of some sort, and definitely a scientific calculator, following the lab safety rules, especially wearing closed shoes on lab days, respect the rights and safety of others, and that they submit work that is work of that student alone and no one else. Any instances where there is identical work between two students will result in a 0 for both students, alas. And that they should come seek help as needed. Like I said, I'm here every morning. I put 7:25. I'm usually here 7:15, 7:20 even. And then after school, I'm here most days after school. So they should be able to find a time to come see me. I can't give a lot of help at lunch because I have lab every single day of the week at lunch. Okay, last I want to mention the AP exam is Monday, May 2nd. It is a 3.25 hour exam. They have 90 minutes for the first section, which is multiple choice, and 105 minutes for the second section, which is free response, and they are allowed to use a calculator only on section 2. They are provided with a periodic table and a formula sheet for the entire exam. They did revise the exam several years ago to reduce the amount of blind memorization and increase the level of understanding of the material. And it is my intention to prepare them for that exam. In a typical year, roughly 95% of my students get a 3 or better, 4 or better for, I don't know, 50 to 70% of them. So usually the scores are good. This class is a lot of work and it is a challenging class, but it's definitely a doable class. I love chemistry. I'm excited to share that love with them and to help them in any way that I can on their journey. So please reach out if you have any questions for me. And I am looking forward to a wonderful year of working with your students. So thank you very much for watching this video and have a great day.